Now that we know a little bit about how to manipulate logs, let's actually look at evaluating logs. Before, we always gave you some sort of log out here, and it gave you some sort of number out here, and there was a base, and there was a number here. But now look at these questions, which is kind of cool. There's no answer, so it's up to you now to find the answer. Well, you know what? Just like we always did, let the answer be x, and let's find x. All right, here. Don't forget that this is your base. The 5 is your base. So 5 to the exponent of x. That's what we're after. 5 to the exponent of x gives you this number, 3125. Now, it's your job to figure out what is x. Well, you know what? It becomes a bit of a guessing game here. So I'm going to pull up my calculator, and all I'm going to do is going to play around with 5 to some power. All right, let's start playing. 5 to the power, let's try 4. 5 to the power of 4 gives me 625. I'm not close, but I'm getting there. Okay, 5 to the power, let's try 9. Oh, that's way too big. Huge, huge number. So let's go somewhere between 4 and 9. How about 7? There's a good guess. Let's see. Nope, still too big. How about 6? Nope, still too big. How about 5? We'll get there. There it is. Perfect. So you know and I know that 3,125 is actually 5 to the power of 5. And here's the cool part. Now that the bases are the same, this one and this one, you can cancel them, leaving you x equals to 5. There it is. There's your answer. So in this case, when you're asking log of 3,125, your answer is 5. Done. So let's play around with this one now. Let's play with this one. Look at this. Okay, let's let that equal to x. So the base of 6 to the power of x. The base of 6 to the power of x equals to 1 over 216. Okay, first things first. We know one thing for sure, that this guy is going to be some kind of reciprocal. Okay, so maybe we should convert this right now to 216 to the minus 1. Okay, because we don't have it to some fraction over here. Let's make it to the minus 1, which is a nice play around number now. Now we got to find out what value of x is to the power, or I should say to the base of 6, is going to give us 216. Well, let's play again. Let's clear this mess out of here. 6 to the power of, let's try 3. Bang on. Oh, what a great guess. Okay, so 6 to the power of 3. And don't forget, that was all negative to the negative 1. So this, in fact, was 6 to the power of negative 3. Equals to our original one here. 6 to the power of x. Bases are the same. Guess what? X equals to minus 3. Easy as that. So now you can actually put a little bit more energy into this and do it a little bit quicker. All right, here we go. There's a challenge for you. Now we've got the log base 8. Okay, so 8 to the power of x has to equal to 2 times the cubed root of 2. Oh, isn't that going to be interesting? Well, let's try to figure this guy out. Okay, so what I'm going to do here then is let's take a look at this. Notice that there's no 2 here, right? That's an 8. I'm wondering, can't we put 8 somehow into some sort of power of 2? I think so. Isn't 8 2 cubed? So in fact, we've got 2 cubed to the power of x. Oh, hey, look at that. That's 2 to the power of 3x. Interesting. Now, let's look at this side. Well, that's just 2 to the power of 1. But do you remember flower power? Yeah, from last year. If you don't, kind of connect with one of the wonderful little podcasts I did for Math 20. And you'll find out something, that this is actually the root, and that's to the power of 1. So in other words, there's your power or your flower, which grows above the soil, and there's your root, which grows below, and there's your fractional exponent. So in other words, this is 2 to the power of 1/3. Now check this out, because 2 to the power of 1/3, you're multiplying. So what do you do to the exponents here? The exponents here, you add them. So what's 1 plus 1/3? Or, change this into a fraction, 3/3 plus 1/3 equals to 4/3. So look what you have here. You have 2 to the power of 4/3. And remember what I said earlier, as soon as you get the bases to match, you can cancel them out and solve this expression. Well, check this out. That means 3x equals to 4/3, which means solving for x, you have to divide each side by 3, canceling that out, leaving you x equals to 4/3 divided by 3, and you know and I know you have to take the reciprocal and multiply. So that becomes 4/3 times 1/3, and your answer is 4/9. We'll do more of these problems on the next podcast.